Okay, so now let's go through some truisms about the selling profession. Whether you've been in it a short period of time or a long period of time, there are certain things that are time tested, and there are certain things that are true in the business. And in order for you to succeed in the business, it's important to understand what some of these things are and how they apply to you. One of the truisms has to do with the way you sell. Most salespeople sell the way they buy. In other words, they figure the price of a product or a service, and if in their mind it's more than they would be willing to pay or more than they can afford to pay, oftentimes they project that onto their prospect. So a truism is it's hard to justify the cost of something if you don't see the value in it. So the question is, what does the prospect have to do when the value exceeds the cost? And that truism will apply when you're making your presentations, because what people buy are value. What people buy is the outcome. The price simply validates the value that you brought to the presentation. So as we look at these truisms, you want to ask yourself two questions. Will this prospect buy today this product or this service at this price? And will this prospect qualify for this product or service today? I'm not saying that you don't have to feed your family next February or next year, but the purpose of making your sales presentations, the purpose of being out there working, is to build that six-figure income and that seven-figure business. And you have to realize the value of time, yours and the prospects, and you don't want to waste either one of them. So this truism is one of the biggest things that I would encourage you to follow in order to build your business. And that is, will this prospect buy today this product, this service at this price? And will this prospect qualify this product or this service today? And if they won't, or they can't, then you have to ask yourself, are you willing to invest the time, energy, and resources in making a complete presentation to this prospect? Another truism that we covered in earlier trainings has to do with objections. Remember, questions gather information, objections disclose information. So you overcome an objection by bringing it down to a general objection down to a specific objection. Then you learn to ask effective questions. This is a truism no matter what industry you're in. You overcome an objection by bringing that objection down to a specific objection and then learning to ask effective questions. So the reason you learn to ask specific questions is in order for you to understand the prospect's position. I would tell you the reason that I call it overcoming objections and not handling objections is, to me, overcoming objections kind of sounds like a little bit of a power struggle. And I don't want to encourage you to get in a fight with your prospect. This isn't about who's right. This is about who's most effective, what will work for your prospect. They don't have to buy for your reason. I hear salespeople talk about this all the time, the reason they think that they should buy. I want to help you save money. I want to get you a better deal. I want to help your situation. What the salesperson is talking about is them, not the prospect. So you have to allow your prospect to buy for their reasons. And one of the ways to do this is to always think in ink. This is one of the best truisms I can give you. Think in ink. When you put it in writing, when you write it out as an illustration, you emotionally engage your prospect in the buying decision, in the buying process. So remember these truisms. Understand the prospect's position. Don't fight with them. Allow them to buy for their reasons. They don't have to buy for your reasons. And always think in ink. Then after you've done everything you can do, you need to forgive yourself. If you don't get the sale, walk away and forgive yourself. Remember, all you can do is all you can do, and that's enough. It's a numbers game. Your principle to run your business for a six-figure income and a seven-figure business is to remember the laws of large numbers. And if you don't get that sale, then think about what you did, look over your presentation, replay the thing in your mind, and then figure out what you're going to do different on the next call. Your success will come from the next thing you did, because all you can do is all you can do, and that's enough. And lastly, I would tell you is perfect practice makes perfect presentations. So the way to jumpstart your business to get a 6-figure income and a 7-figure business is to go out and start making presentations right now. Don't worry if you know everything perfectly. Don't worry if you've got everything down pat. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Make as many mistakes as you can, as fast as you can, and shorten the learning curve. And stick to the principles that you learned in this training, because perfect practice makes perfect presentations. The salesperson that you most admire right now, the salesperson that you buy their books and you go to their training and you read about, has made tons and tons of mistakes. And the reason they're so good at what they do right now is because they were so bad at what they do. So I would tell you to make perfect practice makes perfect presentations. So get out there and make as many mistakes as you can, as fast as you can. And as always, you can get more information today. You can click here for more trainings that you can view and attend. You can click here to book a training for your team or your company. And you can click here for articles or see who uses or look at some of the short videos that you have in your training section. And you can always call to ask questions, 865-776-7632. And remember, always keep falling forward.